Hello, and in today's video we are doing semi-final predictions for Matchday 6, or most knownly known as the semi-finals for the European Championships. That's right, it's the Final Four. All these games at Wembley, and they are big matchups. We've got Italy versus Spain and England versus Denmark. Let's get amongst it. Make sure you drop your score predictions down in the comment section below, and I will shout out the best ones. The scoring system, I'm feeling something a little bit different this week. I'm going to mix it up, I think, because at the end of the day, why not? Basically, what I'll do is this time, you've basically got two predictions. You've got two goes at getting it right. So you can predict the score after 90 minutes, but then you can also do a prediction for the score after 120. So obviously, that doesn't mean that it's additional in terms of what's scored in the extra time. So say you predicted 2-2 and then in extra time it was 1-1. That doesn't mean that it's going to be 1-1 by the end of extra time added up. That just means, of course, that if it was 2-2 and then you predicted, say, 3-2, then it's 3-2. It's not going to be, 5-4, whatever it would be if you add those up between 90 minutes and 120. So basically, you carry on the score. Obviously, it's not additional to what already happened. But you get two goes at it. So it's a pretty interesting format. And basically, in terms of the correct result, you will get 3 points, and then 5 for the correct goal difference, and then 8 for the correct scoreline. But you got two shots at it. So let's start off then, shall we, by looking back at the quarterfinal predictions, seeing how we got on, and seeing how we got on in the comments. So we had one person in the comments predicting their thoughts on the games and putting their picks. So appreciate that. The Dugout Football Channel, really good predictions there. And it turns out that Douglas, you did in fact score a total of 18 points. Very, very solid. You got a correct score there. Fair play to you in the matchup between Belgium and Italy. And you also got a correct result in the England game. And I think you also got a correct goal difference. Maybe I might be wrong about that Italy game. Yeah, it was the Denmark game you got bang on. So you said 2-1 to Denmark. Fair play. I said Denmark to go through as well, but I said through penalties after a 0-0 draw. Not ideal stuff because, of course, it was 90-minute predictions that counted, really. But yeah, very good win for Italy as well. You said a 1-0 win, I do believe. And it was, of course, 2-1. And then England getting the win. You said 2-1. It was, of course, 4-0. But the result is the result at the end of the day. And it's a very solid 18 points. Whereas I got myself 9 points. I said a very good England win, but I was one goal off. I nearly had it. And then Henderson went and scored his first goal. So just the result there. But 3 points nonetheless. Not too bad. And then we said a win for Italy against Belgium. We said 3-2 and it was 2-1. So got the goal difference there. That would have been, of course, 6 points. So we're on to 9. But that's how it basically ended because we went with a Spain victory. And it was, of course, a draw in 90 minutes. Then went to penalties. And they got the dub there. And France will be watching that game thinking, Switzerland, man, why didn't you play on penalties like that against us? But anyway, it was a crazy game and a very tight game. But also, I did get the incorrect prediction for that matchup between Czech Republic and Denmark. We went with a 0-0 draw, and it went on penalties. So I've kind of got the Spain and the Denmark games round the wrong way in terms of draws and then penalties, or just wins in extra time, in normal time, I should say. We said a 2-1 Spain win as well. So if we'd have gone with 2-1 Denmark, we'd have got it bang on. Oh well, it is what it is. We move on to this week, and hopefully, after losing by 9 points to Douglas, I can get my own back this time. But yeah, as I said, get your predictions in the comments and I will shout you out. So the game to kick us off, people, is between Denmark and England. Now, I know this is the second game on the match day schedule, but we're just going to dive straight into it because England were absolutely fabulous against Ukraine. They were so controlled. They were so calm, collected, authoritative, just making the game seem so easy and just doing all the defensive right, all the attacking right. It was just perfect from Gareth Southgate's men, and you just got to give it to them. You just got to give them all the credit, top your hat to them, because they were just in the moment. They really took that moment by the scruff of the neck, and now they've got Denmark, which I think is a really fascinating game. Denmark, of course, have been one of the underdogs of the tournament, and to be fair to them, to lose 2 of the first 3 group games and then still get to a semi-final is an amazing achievement. And of course, they've had to deal with the, battle of, grieving and worrying, I should say, of course, not grieving, but, the stress that was caused by what happened to Eriksen. But they've just found a way to kind of get through that moment of, problematic, worrying, just fear, basically. Every football fan, every football player was just in a moment of suspended fear. And, you know what they say, when in times of, real turmoil, people can just get through it, and they show those little sparks of passion. And Denmark, all right, they have been at times a little bit up and down. You saw the game against, say, for example, Denmark against Belgium, and they were pretty strong in the first half, and then they just were so limp in the second. But then against Russia, for instance, a great contrast. They were fantastic all game. So I think they are certainly a strong team, and I think they're going to give England a really tough test. So how do I see this one going? I feel like it's going to be a very nervy game. Obviously, England know that this is the barrier they couldn't get past in the World Cup, and they want to get one better to get to that final. But I feel like Denmark are they're very, very determined. They're very together as a team. They've got great team spirit, great passion. And I don't know whether the quality of the football at the end of the day or the passion will actually get Denmark over the line. But I've still got to back England. I think if you look at the 2 squads, all right, you'd maybe say, apart from maybe Eriksen and, Kasper Schmeichel, not many of those Denmark players get into those England, positions. So they are the better squad on paper, but it's just football is not a game played on paper. So I'm going to say it's going to be nervy. And I think Denmark actually are really good. So I'm going to say it goes to extra time. So in my 90-minute prediction, which we're predicting first, I'm going to go for 1-1. I think it's going to be nervy, just like that Spain-Switzerland game. And I'll say that Denmark score first, and they get their goal through Joachim Mæhle again. He's been so attacking. And then the equaliser for England. Oh, goodness me. Should we go... Yeah, Raheem Sterling to get the equaliser late in the game. So it's 1-1 going into the extra time period. And then my extra time prediction, I think that one of the teams will get it done in extra time. Who that is, I really don't know. But I'm going to back England just to win it 2-1 in extra time. And that goal comes, this time, from not Jack Grealish, because I don't think he's going to get enough minutes. But instead, it's a man who has been a bit in and out of the team, to be fair, but I think he can produce a moment of magic. And it will be very ironic, of course, the goal that was scored against Croatia by this man. It is Kieran Trippier with another free kick to get us not just a loss against Croatia, but a win in a semi-final. So, yeah, Trippier, and the goal for England, first of all, will come from Sterling, and the goal for Denmark comes from Mæhle. So, yeah, very tight and nervy win in extra time for England. That is my 90-minute and then extra time prediction. But what are you saying for the 3 Lions up against the Vikings? So, let's move on then, shall we, to Italy v Spain. This is the first game to be watched, so make sure you tune in to watch it. It is on BBC Sport, and I'm probably pretty sure it's on ITV as well. Ice cream van going past, lovely stuff. Talking of ice cream, that is a very famous, thing to have in Italy. Good old gelato. But now Italy have been so smooth and silky this tournament. They are really looking like a great team. And to be fair, their goals against Belgium were just class. That Insigne strike. You knew exactly what he wanted to do. He just skipped past the defender and just bent it deliciously into the back of the net. Got the perfect amount of pace, power, and precision on it. So you got to give him credit. He is that kind of player who can just produce little moments of quality. Italy are a team, I think, that certainly can go far, and I think they are one of the favourites to win the whole thing. So it's going to be a tough test, I think, for Spain. Spain have been pretty up and down in the group stage, but they have kind of cranked it up a notch in the last few games in terms of their attacking threat. Alvaro Morata is always a threat, even if he was a bit quiet in the game against Switzerland. And of course, they were fantastic in the matchup against Slovakia. So I feel like Spain certainly will give this a good old go. But I'm still back in Italy. I think this will be a win for Italy in normal time. So we're not predicting one after 120 minutes. We're saying after 90 minutes, it ends Italy 3, Spain 1. And the first goal of the game, I think, will go to Spain, and that is Alvaro Morata. But then Italy get their goals back through, let's say, Chiellini to get the first one, and then Ciro Immobile, and then the third one for Italy, we're going for Domenico Berardi, who was given a rest in the last game. Those are my predictions for the Euro 2020 official UEFA semi-finals. These are so big. Is it coming home? We will find out, but it was really exciting and, compelling round of quarterfinals. Can we have that kind of entertainment in the semi-final period? Well, of course, the games are Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Make sure you watch them, and I think the whole world is going to be watching these big matchups to see who can get into the final at Wembley. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.